I also recently started a studio furniture company,
Mm.
which has been kind of exploding actually, which has been very interesting. So that kind of started as totally at random, um, but it's been something that's been taking up a lot of my time actually,
Tell
and
me
as
about
well
that
as
actually. I'm interested. How did that
yeah.
begin?
Oh man.
Mhm.
So my passion for building was started with the van, and like I said, I took this huge project on, but then when I finished the van, I was like, man, this is it's quite an accomplishment. Like this looks like, in my opinion, is one of the nicest vans I've ever seen. So I was kind of gave myself a pat on the back to
Mhm.
maybe I have a skill set that I didn't really otherwise know that I had. Um, and so I was like, maybe. So when I was sick and tired of living in the van outside the studio, my best friend and now roommate and I were both in the same situation. We're like, dude, we're sick of being vagabonds. Like, why don't we move into a space, like a house, together, we pool our resources and have it be a nice house where we can set up, put all your tools from the van, and maybe we'll acquire a few more tools, and let's just start making all the furniture for the house, and then from there we'll take pictures of it all, put it on Etsy, and see if anyone wants to buy anything, and start a furniture business. And truth be told, from the beginning of the business, we didn't sell anything. It was just like we were just pouring money into it, just making pieces for ourselves, but we weren't selling anything. And then we kind of had to refocus, and I'm obsessed with entrepreneurship, like we talked about, and
Mhm.
they always say you got to pivot and you got to find your niche, right?
Yeah.
So I started thinking to myself, you know what? We're both musicians. Like, what if we start designing and building studio furniture that we know doesn't exist? Like super minimalistic, clean, has everything we would ever need. Like, let's just build our own home dream studio. And so we built our own home dream studio, and once again put it up on Etsy and Reverb. Haven't advertised at all. And the last 2 months, there's been so much business that I can't even come close to keeping up with it all.
Wow. Are you hiring people?
Yeah, so I hired and already fired someone who didn't work out already.
Wow.
Uh, just got a couple of friends that have been helping me out, and now actually, like tomorrow, we're checking out like 2,000 square foot commercial warehouse spaces
Wow.
to expand the shop.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, and also I'm going on tour October 15th to November 30th, and so essentially, I'm trying to set up a shop and maybe train some people so that the business doesn't shut down when I'm on the road.
Yeah.
So that's been a whole other thing that's been taking up so much of my time, but it's very interesting because I see the potential of it in a big way. So
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to not focus some energy in it at this moment in time.
You know, it occurs to me that musicians are often, well, we're creative people, and we have capacity to create not just in one space, but we often pigeonhole ourselves into just one avenue of creation.
Hmm.
And I think if musicians kind of open their minds to what else they might be interested in, what else they, might have some kind of, well, just interest, and then build up some skill with,
Yeah,
they could branch out into something very interesting, and like you're doing something related to music, and so it can kind of like, you know, it can help that you're a musician and you're doing that. Like you can bounce off of that a little bit.
yeah. And the funny thing too is I realize that all my friends are musicians, and they all like I'm filling a need that I know other musicians want
Yeah,
because there's a gap in the marketplace. So basically, like I've been hit up by all my musician friends, being like, "Dude, where can like they've been placing orders?" So it's
that's
like,
awesome.
damn, it's yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's been cool. It's been really, really cool. It's been a lot. It's been a lot of work, and
Hmm.
but it's been rewarding, and I can really see like the last 2 months were interesting because we've had so many people hit us up on like Etsy and stuff like that for like I'm shipping my first desk this week. I have to get it out on Thursday. So it's like I'm shipping this desk that I've created to someone that lives in Atlanta. It's just so it's very interesting.
That is pretty interesting. And what sets your stuff apart? Like what is it that you're doing that kind of stands out?
Well, similar to our conversation earlier about how we're both kind of living a minimalistic lifestyle,
Hmm.
you know, everything that I've seen, we basically went to go buy things for our studio and we're like, wait a minute, we don't like anything that exists right now. Like, there's one company that's making one desk that's affordable, and it's just like, in my opinion, pretty ugly. It's made out of pine, which is like the cheapest material you can possibly buy, and it's still like almost $1,000.
Mm.
Um, there's just no, for lack of a better word, I feel like I'm trying to be like the Apple of music furniture, where
Why
it's just
not?
like simple, clean, minimalistic, like
Hmm.
with an eye for design, where it's just in your space. You look at your space, everything's clean. Like, we have a desk that has built-in power to the back, built-in cable management with a hidden shelf,
It's great.
a 88 key keyboard tray. Like if you're looking at a desk that's fully wired up that we've built, you can't see a single cable hanging down.
That's awesome.
It's integrated into the desk. Like,
Hmm.
we've made these keyboard stands, and there's nothing, legitimately nothing even close to like them on the internet. Like everything you see is just a disgusting utilitarian, like no style, So trying to make some things that are incredibly stylish that also are able to do the job that needs to be done.